If you visit Bukhara, you'll likely start here, near the Liabi House Pool. It's the loud, densely packed beating heart of the old city. But the most compelling pockets of the Silk Road rarely sit right on the main squares. To find them, you have to commit to a 15-minute walk away from the commercial center. As you step off the main axis, the noise drops away entirely. You slip into the Mahalla, the traditional residential neighborhoods, where the streets narrow into quiet, labyrinthine alleys made of dusty clay. This environment forces you to slow down, and that deliberate pacing is necessary, because the deepest historical discoveries are usually tucked away right under people's noses. Turn the right corner, and this suddenly rises from the dirt.綽米諾, a perfectly proportioned miniature fortress wearing 4 brilliant turquoise crowns. For 2 centuries, casual observers have looked at its striking profile and made a logical assumption. It looks exactly like a grand, standalone mosque, but they're wrong. Those 4 towers are not minarets designed for the Islamic call to prayer. The entire building is a case of mistaken identity. If this highly photogenic masterpiece isn't a mosque, what are we actually looking at, and why is it sitting alone in a residential backstreet? The answer starts in 1807, not with a king, but with a wealthy Turkmen merchant named Caliph Niyazkul. He built his massive fortune in the dust and sweat of the horse and carpet trades. This diagram reveals the original scale. We are looking at the front gatehouse of a massive theological school that was destroyed long ago. Even the imposing towers are architectural theater. 3 of them are solid anchors. Only 1 holds a functional stairwell. What survives today is a highly effective facade. It's a physical projection of merchant wealth, guarding a defunct institution that history slowly erased. Look closely at the tile work. Each tower wears a unique geometric pattern. The cosmopolitan view argues these motifs represent 4 major world religions coexisting. The romantic view claims they represent his 4 daughters, decorated differently to honor their distinct personalities. When hard historical facts disappear, a community's imagination takes over. The architecture simply becomes a sturdy canvas for local values and folklore. Look past the tile work up to the domes, and you'll spot small wooden pegs sticking straight out of the turquoise. These are functional anchors. For generations, they supported massive nests of migrating white storks, birds viewed as messengers of peace and good fortune. This pragmatic quality continues inside. The ground floor now operates as a cramped souvenir shop, packed with local crafts. For a tiny fee, you can push through an unmarked door and squeeze up the dark stone stairs hidden inside. Running your hand along the cold, unpolished brick while dodging trinkets is a highly tactile experience. It keeps the building grounded in everyday life, rather than letting it feel like a distant academic exercise. When you step back outside into the dirt square, you should try to time your visit for the late afternoon. As the sun dips, the golden hour light pushes the contrast between the red clay and the blue tiles to its absolute peak. Sit by the wall and watch the neighborhood. You'll see locals chatting on benches and kids kicking a ball, moving casually around a 200-year-old masterpiece. Ironically, losing the rest of the school might have been its salvation. Stripped of its formal institutional role,綽米諾avoided being fenced off and preserved as a sterile, ticketed museum piece. Its ultimate triumph lies in that quiet surrender. It doesn't dominate the space, it shares it, resting comfortably in the daily rhythm of Bukhara. Real travel requires this shift in pace, stepping into the side streets where history remains part of the local air, existing far beyond the reach of glass cases and museum walls.